Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anna Helga and I'll be your host of tonight's show. In tonight's show, I have a special treat. I'm going to show you an amazing interview I had with a very interesting man who happens to be one of my idols, the one and only Yusuf Islam.
Yusuf Islam is an inspiration to us all because of all the humanitarian work he has done and his huge heart. He was born on July 21st, 1948 in England, raised up by a mother who was a Swedish Baptist and a father who was a Greek Orthodox. They named him Stephen Dimitri Georgiou, but he is mostly known by his former stage name Cat Stevens. He became well known in the music industry in the 60s when his 1967 debut album reached the top 10 in the UK. Cat's musical style consists of folk, pop, rock and Islamic music. In the 70s he transitioned to Islam, which led to him changing his name to Yusuf Islam. His family followed in his footsteps and converted to Islamic faith in December 1977. Yusuf auctioned all of his guitars for charity and took a break from his music career to start his humanitarian work. Yusuf got many awards and honorable degrees for all of his humanitarian work. After deciding to take a break from his music career, he was persuaded to perform one last time when he headlined it at a charity concert to benefit UNICEF's International Year of the Child in 1979. After 28 years of break, Yusuf started his music career again in 2006 when he released his first album of new pop music after all these years, Another Cup under the name Yusuf. Yusuf is still making awesome music and is a full-time humanitarian.
Well, enough of me. Let's check out the interview. Welcome, Yusuf, to the studio and thank you for agreeing to this interview.
Thank you for having me.
So, you've done a lot of humanitarian work through the years after you took a break from your music career.
Yeah, I became very inspired to help others and change mine and other people's lives for the better.
Okay, but do you mind me asking about your charity organization?
No, not at all. Go ahead.
So, you founded Small Kindness?
Yeah.
But what prompted you to found it?
I witnessed a lot of humanitarian disaster in the Balkans, and that made me want to help out as much as I could.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about Small Kindness and the work it does?
Yeah, Small Kindness has provided humanitarian aid worldwide, but in particular have helped orphans, families, widows, the elderly, and students in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Kosovo, Serbia, and other Balkan countries. Also in Indonesia following the devastating 2004 tsunami, and they've also helped Syrian refugees in Turkey and Greece.
Okay, that's really inspiring.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, but what do you think defines the organization?
Small Kindness is a very small organization, but nonetheless important because it helps people who no longer get help from bigger charitable organizations, since their problems are not as overwhelming statistically, but are desperate individually.
Okay, but what is the meaning behind the name Small Kindness?
It just means that you don't need huge gestures to make a difference. Small kindness can mean the world.
Yeah. Okay, but if you don't mind me asking, and can you tell me a little bit about your conversion to Islam?
Yeah, in 1976, I think it was, I almost drowned and I yelled, "Oh God, if you save me, I will work for you."
Okay.
And then a big wave carried me back to shore, and then after that, I started looking for spiritual truth and looked through a lot of different religions and spiritual ways until my brother gave me the Quran for my birthday, and then I kind of started my transition to Islam.
Okay, but why the name Yusuf Islam?
When reading the Quran, I became very fond of the stories of Joseph, and Yusuf is the Arabic rendition of Joseph, so that's where I got my name.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But now to your music career, how did it start and what was your inspiration?
Of course, I loved the Beatles when I was younger, I still do, but since I wasn't in a group, I couldn't do what they were doing, so folk music kind of became my inspiration, so that's where I started.
Okay, but now you're known for pop and rock music. Why is folk so important to you?
That's just where I started out, and it's the root of my music career. Pop and rock may be a little bit more flashy, but folk is still very special to me. But I don't get as much recognition for it, so.
Okay, but how's your music career going now?
I've been recording a lot of my old songs from the 60s, and you might hear some of them on my next album.
Okay, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
But that's all for today. So thank you for coming and keep up the good work.
Thank you, I will.
So we could say he's a very interesting man and a busy one as well. Well, that's all for tonight. We'll see you next week.